Hello there, and welcome to the inaugural episode of The Wax Nostalgic. So, what I'd like to do with this channel is to open up packs of baseball cards. I've recently gotten back into the hobby after decades off, and a lot of it is due to the content that I see on YouTube, and it really sparked a nostalgic itch. And so I recently busted out my old baseball cards and got to looking through them, and it really struck a chord with me. So what I'm going to do is let's open up a pack and talk about 1988 Topps. So for me, 1988 Topps is the year that I got into baseball cards. It was something my dad and I worked on together to build the set. And, at the time, it was funny because I think my parents thought that this was going to be, something I could retire on. And, obviously we all know now that that's not the case, especially with this era. But this era means a lot to me. And so I thought, in honor of my dad and that journey that we had together, I would open up a pack of 88 Topps. So we got Pedro Guerrero, and he was solid. I remember he was a very solid player. Steve Henderson, Tim Leary, don't know much about him. Oh yeah, Dwight Gooden. So this was a huge player to get back in the day. Just a fantastic player, fun to watch. The Mets with Gooden and Strawberry were just a lot of fun. Doyle Alexander, Roger McDowell. And I have to say that at the time, I really didn't appreciate the design of these cards, but now I really do. I really enjoy the simplicity. Like I said, I've just gotten back into the hobby, and so something that struck a chord with me are some of the vintage themed cards. The Topps Heritage, Allen and Ginters. So I really enjoy those, and those have just been fun. I've started working on the 2024 Topps Heritage, and so I really love the feel of those and the look of those, and it just takes me back to being 9-10 years old in 1988 and looking for these cards. Jose Rijo, so he was big with the Reds. He was part of their championship team in 1990. I lived most of my life in Ohio, so I definitely grew up in Ohio, so the Reds were a big deal in 90, and so it's awesome. For me, that's personally a card I would be very excited about as a kid. Looks like the Vince Coleman 87 record breakers. Yeah, Vince Coleman, awesome player, a lot of speed, fun to watch, great speed in the late 80s and 90s in the major leagues. Vince Coleman, Ricky Henderson, it's just a lot of fun. Brett Saberhagen, Bob Kipper, Bobby Meacham, Keith Moreland, Jody Davis, Frank Williams, and Bobby Valentine manager card. So nice gum stain there, but let's get a cleaner card. And I really like the backs of these cards. I like how clear it is. That's something that I struggle with the 24 Heritage that I've been working on. They are pretty hard to read, some of them. But I like this. So anyway, a lot of times people will just open up these packs from this era, and I don't want to call it the junk wax era because it wasn't junk to me. And A lot of it doesn't have the monetary value, but it, for me, was definitely more about that when I was a kid. I was susceptible to all that hype and chasing Beckett prices and looking for all that. But this approach that I'm going to have this time around is going to be focused on just what I enjoy. So anyway, I really appreciate those of you who have stopped by to watch. If you want to, please like and subscribe, and be well. Be kind to yourself. Support your local card shop.